A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. In this video, I'm gonna tell you what's that thing that could make you a disbeliever. It's Surah Az-Zumar verse number 8 where Allah says, "When one is touched with hardship, they cry out to their Lord, turning to Him alone. But as soon as He showers them with blessings from Him, they totally forget the one they had cried to earlier and set up equals to Allah to mislead others from His way. Say, O Prophet, enjoy your disbelief for a little while. You will certainly be one of the inmates of the fire." So here Allah talks about the people who turn to their Lord only when they are in trouble. They just want to get rid of this trouble and anyhow. So they turn to their Lord asking Him for help. But when Allah removes their stress, their trouble, what they do is they become ungrateful. They immediately forget their Lord and they try to give the credit to others. Allah says He dislikes this behavior. This is a kind of trait and it's called selfishness or using your Lord for your own benefit. So if we look at this specific trait, we find this trait in our enemies at the time of Prophet and before our Prophet, at the time of Nabi Musa. When these people were tested by Allah, they used to immediately ask their Prophet to help them in this situation, to ask Allah to help them. But whenever their distress was removed, they again became disbelievers. Similarly, at the time of our Prophet, they used to have this trait and they also manipulated many people who later became hypocrites. They used to misguide them in believing that you need Lord only in your troubles. When the trouble is gone, you can follow your own religion, whatever you are following. Now, coming to the present time, we see this trait is still present in them. They think that these are the blessings of Allah, that they are killing people easily and Allah is not doing anything to them. So they continue their tyranny. But if we compare them to the pious people, we see our people in the war, they remember Allah in their tough times and in the times when Allah sent blessings upon them. Recently, when these enemies killed our people in a barbaric airstrike just a week ago, I was stunned to see how a little child was saying that they will not leave their homeland. They will fight these enemies. They're not gonna surrender. This shows that they have full trust in Allah and they haven't ignored Allah in their tough times, right? But whenever there was a little blessing, like they got food or there was rain, their children were smiling all the way. They didn't forget Allah. They thanked Allah for the little food and water. Similarly, our resistance, whatever they have achieved till now, they didn't get prideful. They stick to their religion. They thanked Allah every time they were succeeded in their mission. Quoting the verses of the Qur'an, it means they remember Allah in their good time also. This is a trait that makes you a believer. And if you don't have this trait, Allah says this is a disbelief. If you only remember Allah in your tough times just because you want to get rid of your troubles, Allah says this is the disbelief and you can enjoy it for a while. Because this dunya is temporary and you will be one of the inmates of the fire. That will be your permanent residence. Why such huge punishment? Because Allah says all you are doing was a disbelief. I'm talking about here if, God forbid, our Muslim brothers and sisters or the believers, if they have this trait, it's a trouble for them. You need to fix this thing because it will be considered as disbelief, what Allah says here. And Allah will never ever consider believers to be same as disbelievers. There's a difference between them. So their destination will be different. And honestly, you don't want to be with the disbelievers, right? You don't want to be with these child-killing people because they are the disbelievers here. So ask forgiveness from Allah. Try to be like our people who are suffering in the war and the resistance because they are the real pious believers.